Hello, welcome to the live. Who's here in the chat? Drop your name. Hello, here is Renuka in the chat. Hello, how are you? Thank you so much for joining in the live. Thank you for joining. Have a nice day. Next name we have Awa in the chat. Hello, Awa, how are you? Thank you for joining the live. Next name is Kylie in the chat. Hello Kylie, how are you? Welcome to the live, Kylie. And here is Muskan and Manjeet. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you so much. Hello Muskan, how are you? Here you go. Thank you so much for joining in the live. Our next name is Avneet in the chat. Hello Avneet, how are you? Thank you so much Avneet. Next name we have Surab. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Thank you for joining in the live. Have a good day. And I see here is Ravi in the chat. Hello, how are you? And next name I see. Hello, Awa. Thank you, Awa, for joining in the live. And next name is we have Adya. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you so much. Thank you. And next name I see Nandini in the chat. Hello, Nandini. How are you, Nandini? And here's Sala in the chat. Thank you for joining in the live. Here, next name I see. Next name is Ali Qasim in the chat. Hello, Ali Qasim. How are you? Welcome to the live. Next name is Vani. How are you, Vani? And here next we have Hira in the chat. Hello, Hira. How are you? And next I see we have Zafriel. Thank you so much. Have a good day. Thank you so much for your compliment. And next name I see here is Aussie in the chat. Hello Aussie, how are you? Thank you for joining the live. Next name is Kubra. How are you, Kubra? Thank you, Kubra, for joining in. Next name I see Danu Yatu. Thank you for joining in the live. Have a great day. And I see here is Alosi. Thank you, Alosi, for joining in. Have a great day. And I see Arya join the live. Hello, Arya. How are you, Arya? And next name we have Kami in the chat. Hi, Kami. How are you? And I see Agraj in the chat. Next name we have Jannat in the chat. Hello Jannat, how are you? Thank you Jannat for joining the live. Next name is Sal in the chat. Hello Sal, how are you? And I see Loku in the chat. Hello Loku, how are you? Thank you so much. And I see Majda in the chat. Hello Majda, how are you? Next name I see here is Lebron. Thank you for joining in the live. And next name is we have Shani in the chat. Hello, how are you, Shani? And next name is Zower in the chat. Okay, next name is we have Liv in the chat. Hello, how are you? Next name is Nora. Thank you, Nora. Have a great day to you. And I see here next name is Hello, Chalicia. Thank you so much. Have a great day to you. And I see Lid in the chat. And next name is Tanvi in the chat. Hello, Tanvi. How are you, Tanvi? And I see Tony in the chat. Next name is we have Millie in the chat. Hello, Millie. How are you? And I see Han. Thank you for joining the live, Han. Thank you so much. And here next name is we have Rich. Thank you for joining in the live. Have a great day. And here next name is Ayat. How are you, Ayat? Thank you for joining in the live. Next name is Q2 in the chat. Thank you for joining the live. Have a nice day to you. And next name is we have Hussein in the chat. Hello, Hussein. How are you, Hussein? Next name I see here is Turandastra in the chat. And next name is Pari in the chat. Hello, Pari. How are you? And I see Ji-sung. Hi, Ji-sung. How are you? Thank you for joining the YG song. And next name I see Himalaya. Next name is Himalaya. And next name we have Abasi in the chat. Hello, Abasi. How are you? And next name is we have Fatima in the chat. Hi, hello, how are you? And here is Eternity in the chat. Welcome to the live. And next name, I see Olivia join the live. Hello, Olivia, how are you? And here is happy birthday of me. Wish you a very happy birthday to you. And next I see here we have, okay, I missed the name. Okay, here is Leon. Thank you, Leon, for joining in the live. And next name is Letty joining the live. Hello, how are you? Thank you for joining in the live. Thank you, Milka. And here next name we have Lily in the chat. Hello, how are you? Thank you for joining in the live. Next name is Hannah. How are you, Hannah? And here we have next name is okay, who subscribed the channel. Thank you. Drop your name. And here is Camelia in the chat. Hello, Camelia. How are you? And next name is Mariam in the chat. Hello, Mariam. How are you, Mariam? W, how are you? Thank you so much. And your next name is Putin in the chat. Hello, how are you? And next name is Via. How are you, Via? Thank you so much for joining in the live. And here is Jessica in the chat. Hello, Jessica. How are you, Jessica? And here's Utkarsh. Thank you for joining the live. Double tap on the screen. Like the live, everyone. Tap on the screen. Hit the 40 likes, everyone. Hit the 40 likes. Thank you so much. And next name we have here. Next name is Akib. Join the live. Hello, Akib. How are you, Akib? And next name is Mochi. Join the live. Hello, thank you for joining in the live. And next, I see here is. And thank you so much for your compliment. And I see Inora in the chat. Thank you, Inora. Have a great day. And I see who's here in the chat. And here is Alondra and Tina. Thank you for joining in the live. Have a great day. Thank you so much. Like the live, everyone. Like the live. And here is Taylor in the chat. Thank you for joining in the live. Have a great day. And I see Jacqueline in the chat. Thank you so much for joining in. Thank you. And I see Khadija join the live. Hello, Khadija. How are you, Khadija? And next name we have Moz in the chat. How are you? Next name we have Prince in the chat. Hi, Prince. How are you? Thank you so much, Putin, for your compliment. Next name is John in the chat. Hello, John. How are you? Thank you, Krish, for subscribing. Thank you so much, Krish. Thank you. And next name is, I see here is, okay, next name, I see here is Paulina in the chat. Welcome back, Paulina. Thank you so much. And here is Harry in the chat. Hello, how are you? And his name is, I think, Maya in the chat. Okay, thank you, Maya. Have a great day to you. Thank you so much. And next name I see Aline in the chat. Hello, how are you? Thank you so much. Next name is Roshni. Join the live. Hi, Roshni. Thank you so much, Roshni. And next name I see Dylan in the chat. Hello, Dylan. How are you, Dylan? And I see Awa join the live. Hello, Awa. And here is C1. Thank you, C1, for joining the live. Have a great day. Your next name is Bala in the chat. Hello, Bala. How are you? And I see Alisan in the chat. Thank you so much for joining in the live. And here is Silla in the chat. Hello, Silla. How are you? And next name we have Tanya in the chat. Hello, Tanya. How are you, Tanya? And here next name is Chandan. Roshni. Hello, thank you so much. And I see Josefa in the chat. Hello, Josefa, how are you? And I see Hazel join the live. Thank you, Hazel, for joining in the live. And I see here next name is we have Angelina Grina in the chat. Thank you for joining the live. Have a great day. And I see here is Alina and Rian. Thank you for joining the live. Have a great day. And I see Jasper in the chat. Hello, Jasper. And I see Julie in the chat. Hello, Julie. How are you, Julie? Next name is Princey in the chat. Hello, Princey. How are you? And next name is Haka in the chat. And next name is Risma join the live. Hello, Risma. How are you, Risma? And I see Sarah. Thank you, Sarah, for joining the live. And here is Lace in the chat. Thank you, Putin. Thank you so much. Have a great day. And next name is Sarah. How are you, Sarah? And here next name is Michael Jackson in the chat. Thank you, Michael Jackson. Have a great day. And I see here is Ishal in the chat. Hello, Ishal. How are you? And I see Vidika Yadav. Thank you, Vidika Yadav. Have a great day. And I see next name is Dua in the chat. Hello, Dua. How are you? And I see Hamza join the live. Hello, Hamza. And your next name is Thank you for your compliment, Deji. Your writing is nice, and I am Christian. Hello, Christian. How are you? Welcome to the live. My name is Nida. Thank you so much. And here next name is Alina. How are you, Alina? And next name is Florida in the chat. Hello, how are you? And next name is Wayhead. I see next name is Sanyo. Okay, Sayon. Nora, so much about Nora. And Kartiki. Thank you for joining in the live. Celine, thank you so much for joining in the live. And next name is Jalia. Thank you so much. Have a great day. And next name is RC. Here is Priyanshi. Thank you, Priyanshi, for joining in the live. And here next name is Yan Chai in the chat. Hello, how are you? And next name I see. Next name is we have Asif in the chat. Hello, Asif. How are you? And Paulina, I wrote your name. Thank you for being in the live. Thank you so much. And next I see here is Maria in the chat. Hello Maria. How are you Maria? And here is Okita in the chat. How are you? Thank you so much for joining in the live. Have a great day. And here is Felix in the chat. Hello Felix, how are you? And next name I see we have Yaya Aisha in the chat. Thank you Yaya Aisha. And next name is Himani in the chat. Hello Himani, how are you Himani? And I see Maha join the live. Hello Maha. And next name we have Myla in the chat. Thank you so much. And next I see here is Holly join the live. Hello Holly. How are you Holly? And next name is Candy in the chat. Hi Candy. And I see here is Alfred in the chat. Thank you for joining in the live. Yunchai, I wrote your name. Thank you for joining in the live. Have a nice day to you. Thank you. And I think I done Urwa name. Thank you Urwa for joining in the live. And next name is Bang Chen in the Okay, next name is Tahir. How are you, Tahir? Thank you, Tahir, for joining in the live. And next, I see who's here in the chat. Next name is Mara. How are you, Mara? And I see Aditya join the live. Hello, Aditya. How are you? Next name I see here is Helen join the live. Hello Helen. How are you Helen? And next name is Jasmine in the chat. Hello Jasmine. How are you? And here is Bahlil in the chat. Hello Bahlil. How are you? And I see next name we have Manon in the chat. Hello Manon, how are you? And next name is Natasha in the chat. Hello, how are you? Welcome to the live. And here is Alicia. Thank you Alicia for joining in the live. And I see Sarah join the live. Hello Sarah. How are you Sarah? And I see Eva in the chat. How are you Eva? And next name is Steffi in the chat. Thank you Steffi. Next name is Sophia. How are you Sophia? And next name I see hello Mohit. How are you? Welcome back to the live. And next name is Mia in the chat. Hello Mia. How are you Mia? And next name is Laura. Hello Laura. And here is Seth. How are you Seth? Thank you so much Seth for joining in the live. And here is Arush. Thank you, Arush, for joining in the live. Okay, your name is Putin and your religion is Christiana. Thank you, Putin. I wrote your name. Thank you for joining in the live. Thank you. And next name is Kevin in the chat. Hello, Kevin. How are you, Kevin? And I see Octa in the chat. Thank you for joining the live. Have a nice day. And I see Rebecca in the chat. Hello. How are you? Next name is Brent. Thank you so much. Have a great day. And I see here is next name I see Umar in the chat. Hello Umar, how are you? And here is Lily in the chat. Hi Lily, how are you? Next name is Pauline. Thank you so much. Have a great day. And next I see Komal in the chat. Hello Komal. How are you, Komal? And here is Hardik. Thank you, Hardik, for joining in the live. And I see happy birthday to you, Anika. Happy birthday to you. And next name is Luca in the chat. Hello, Luca. How are you? Ishu in the chat. Hello, Ishu. And next name is Mocha. Thank you, Mocha. Have a great day. And next name is we have Candy. Mr. Chandy. Thank you so much. Next name is we have Jenny in the chat. Hello, Jenny. How are you, Jenny? And here is Sohaib in the chat. Thank you so much for joining the live. Have a great day. And I see here is Vibhav. Thank you for joining the live. Have a nice day. Next name is Sophia. How are you, Sophia? And next name is Juliet, I think. Thank you for joining the live. Thank you for liking. And next name is Sarah in the chat. Hello, Sarah. How are you? And here is Harper in the chat. Hello, how are you? Thank you so much. Next name is Lisa. Next name is Tumasi in the chat. Hello, how are you? And next name is Tanya in the chat. Hello, Tanya. And I see next name is thank you, Angel, and happy birthday to you. Wish you a very happy birthday to you. Next name is Rosie. How are you, Rosie? Next name is Manjeet in the chat. Hello, Manjeet. How are you? And I see next name is Nivita in the chat. Hello, Nivita. How are you, Nivita? Okay, next name is we have hello, Jisoo. How are you, Jisoo? Next name is Johnny in the chat. Hello, Johnny. Next name is Julia. Souza in the chat. Hello, Julia Souza. How are you? Next name is Inu in the chat. Hello, how are you? Welcome to the live. Next name is Kenton. Thank you, Kenton. How are you? And next name is we have Mish in the chat. Hello, Mish. And next name we have Aniket Raw in the chat. Hello, Aniket Raw. And next name is Siddhant in the chat. Hello, Siddhant. How are you? Thank you so much for joining in the live. Next name is Jackie. How are you, Jackie? And next name is Momin in the chat. Hello, Momin. How are you? And I see Jaddy in the chat. Hello, Jaddy. Thank you, Jaddy, for joining in the live. Okay, please did add me my name for another week. And I will not give my birthday gift. What's your name? Next name is Rangama in the chat. Hello, Rangama. What's your name? Thank you so much for joining the live. And I see next name is Damin in the chat. Hello, Damin. How are you? And next name is Ayan in the chat. Hello, Ayan. Next name is Halid in the chat. Hello, Halid. How are you, Halid? And here's Ikra in the chat. Thank you, Ikra, for joining in the live. Next name is Cornelia. How are you, Cornelia? Thank you, Cornelia. And next name we have Maddie in the chat. Hello, Maddie. How are you, Maddie? And next name I see Gabrielle. Thank you so much for joining in the live. Have a great day. And next name is Fabio in the chat. Hello, how are you? And next name we have you in the chat. Thank you so much for joining in the live. Next name is Celine in the chat. Hello, Celine. And here next name is we have Juliette. Thank you so much. Have a great day to you. Next name is Chahat. How are you, Chahat? Thank you for joining in the live. And I see next name is Bala join the live. Hello, how are you? Next name is Artina. How are you, Artina? Next name is Conant. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Welcome to the live. And next name I see who's here in the chat. Hello, Leah. How are you, Leah? Next name is we have Aisha in the chat. Hello, Aisha. How are you, Aisha? Tap tap on the screen, everyone. Tap tap on the screen. Like the live. Nikunj. Thank you so much. Nika in the chat. Hello, Nika. How are you? And happy birthday to you, Jacqueline. Thank you so much. And next name is Zaid Osama. Thank you so much for subscribing. And next name we have Kitty in the chat. Hello Kitty. How are you? And next name is Dunya in the chat. Hello, how are you? And here is we have Vivi in the chat. Next name is Siren in the chat. Hello Siren. How are you? And I see Alia join the live. Hello Alia. How are you, Alia? And next name is Matisha. Thank you, Matisha. Have a great day to you. And next name is Gilbert in the chat. Hello, Gilbert. How are you? Next name is Rosa. Thank you, Rosa. And next name we see Bella in the chat. Hello, Bella. How are you, Bella? And here is Firoz. Thank you so much, Firoz. Have a great day. And next, I see Naida in the chat. Next name is Maria. How are you, Maria? And next name is we have Giu in the chat. Hello, Giu. How are you? And next name is Tulin in the chat. Hello, Tulin. How are you? Next name is Nikki. Join the live. Hello, Nikki. And next name is Sua in the chat. Thank you so much for joining the live. Thank you. And here is Sanila in the chat. Sanila, you need to come there in my live. Thank you so much. Name is Bilkis in the chat. Hello, Bilkis. Thank you, Bilkis. And next name is Ima in the chat. Hello, Ima. How are you? And next name is Rehan. Hello, Lana. Welcome back to the live, Lana. Thank you so much. Next name is Rehan Murtaza in the chat. Hello, Murtaza. How are you? And I see Arwa in the chat. And next name is we see Ishu in the chat. Hello, Ishu. And I see next name is Crystal in the chat. Hello, Crystal. And next name is we have Danuka in the chat. Hello, Danuka. How are you? Welcome to the live. Next name is Martha in the chat. Hello, Martha. How are you? Next name is Mehek in the chat. Hello, Mehek. And next name is Baksha in the chat. Hello, how are you? Welcome to the live. Thank you so much. Have a great day to you. And next name we have Hira in the chat. Hello, Hira. How are you? And next name is Aleph in the chat. Hello, Aleph. Thank you so much. Next name is Manha. How are you? Welcome back to the live. Thank you so much. Hi, Nasli. Welcome back to the live. Thank you so much, Nasli. How are you? And it's you in the chat. Thank you for joining in the live. And next name is Anula Guraj. Thank you for joining in the live. Have a nice day and nice name. We have Amira in the chat. Hello, Amira. How are you? Next name is Harshit in the chat. Hello, Harshit. And next name is Ariana. Hello, Ariana. How are you? Welcome to the live, Ariana. Yeah, next name is Danielle. Next name is Asaf in the chat. Hello, how are you? Next name we have Amelia in the chat. Hello, Amelia, how are you? Next name is Mazin in the chat. Hello, Mazin, how are you? And next name is Kyla. Join the live. Hello, Kyla. How are you, Kyla? And next name is Karan in the chat. Hello, Karan. How are you? Thank you so much, Karan. And here is Sama class. Sama. Okay, here is the name. Usman. Usman class. Next name is Anita in the chat. Hello, how are you? Thank you so much. And next name is I don't in the chat. Hello, how are you? Welcome to the live. Thank you so much. And next name is Hello everyone, welcome to the live. Thank you so much for joining in the live. Have a nice day. इसने comment दिया। Okay, here is Gurleen in the chat. Hi Gurleen, how are you? Thank you so much, Gurleen. And next name is Ahmad in the chat. Hello Ahmad, how are you? Next name we have Renit in the chat. Hello Renit, how are you? Welcome to the live. Thank you so much. Next name is Savannah in the chat. Hello, how are you? Next name is Eric in the chat. Hello, Eric. Next name, I see. Oh no, it's you. Yeah, that's why my nice. Thank you. And next name, I see Lily in the chat. Hello, Lily. How are you? And next name is Yarin in the chat. Hello, Yarin. How are you, Yarin? And next name is Tiva. Join the live. Hello, Tiva. How are you? And next name is Sihan in the chat. Hello, Sihan. How are you, Sian? Hi, Noor. Welcome to the live. Thank you so much, Noor, for joining in the live. Thank you for your love and support. And here we are, Slim. Welcome back to the live. And next name I see here is Lala in the chat. Thank you, Lala, for being in the live. Next name is Rihang in the chat. Hello, Rihang. How are you? Thank you so much. And next name is Samin in the chat. Hello, Samin. And next name I see Yasmin in the chat. Hi, Yasmin. How are you? And next name is Vera in the chat. Hi, Vera. And next name I see Pushkar in the chat. How are you? Thank you for joining in the live. And next name is Farad in the chat. Thank you. Next name is we have Seong Min in the chat. Hello, how are you? The next name is June Ming in the chat. Hello, how are you? Welcome to the live. Next name is Purna in the chat. Hi, Purna. How are you? And I see Afra in the chat. Hi, Afra. How are you? And here is Huda join the line. Hello, Huda. And next name we have, okay, NC join the line. Hello, NC. How are you? And next name is Alina. How are you, Alina? And here next name is Arthur in the chat. Okay, Arthur, thank you for joining the line. Next name is we have Amelia in the chat. Hello, Amelia. How are you? And next name we have Godwill. And next name is Kyuhan. Thank you, Kyuhan. Have a great day to you. And I see Tavina in the chat. Hello, Tavina. How are you, Tavina? And here is Ayansh Shahid. Thank you, Ayan Shahid. Have a great day to you. Next name is Zen. Thank you, Zen. And I see next name is Zil Arsh in the chat. Hello, Zil Arsh. How are you? Welcome to the live, Zil Arsh. Next name is Bovin in the chat. Hello, Bovin. How are you? And here we have Tuba in the chat. Hello Tuba, how are you Tuba? Tap on the screen everyone, like the live. Okay, hit the 160 live everyone, 160 live. Hello Maz, how are you Maz? And here I see Wendy in the chat. Hi Wendy, how are you Wendy? And next name is Ronnie in the chat. Hello Ronnie. How are you Ronnie? And I see. Okay, next name is Anna. How are you? Thank you everyone. Thank you so much. And here is Allah. Join the live. Hello Allah. And I see next name is Sad in the chat. Hello Sad. How are you Sad? Name is Chopal in the chat. Hello, how are you? Welcome to the live. Next name is Balan in the chat. Next name is Joshua in the chat. And here is Neos. Thank you, Neos. And here is Mr. Earth in the chat. Hello, Mr. Earth. How are you? Okay, everyone, thank you so much. Next name is Nilesia. How are you? Welcome to the live. Thank you for joining the live. Have a nice day to you. Next name is Emily in the chat. Hello, Emily. Thank you, Zuhaira, for liking and subscribing. Thank you so much. And next name is Tisha in the chat. Hello, Tisha. How are you? And I see next name is Radhe. Hello, Radhe. How are you, Radhe? Thank you so much. Next name is Ella. How are you, Ella? And next name is Roman. So in the chat, how are you? Thank you so much. Next name is Yuda in the chat. How are you, Yuda? And here next name we have. Next name is Olivia. How are you, Olivia? Thank you so much, Olivia, for joining in. And next name is Nicole in the chat. Hello, Nicole. How are you? And here next name is Kesra in the chat. Hello, Kesra. How are you? Sima and Isma in the chat. Hello, Sima and Isma. How are you? And here is Elena. How are you, Elena? Thank you for joining in the live. Okay, who's here in the chat? Welcome back, Siva. How are you? Thank you, Siva, for joining the live. Okay, I have subscribed. You at least, but thank you. I would appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. And next name we have, you're welcome, and it's Balkisa. Thank you, Balkisa. How are you? And thank you, Nori, for liking and subscribing. Thank you so much. And next name is I see Ibuki in the chat. Hello, how are you? Thank you so much for joining the live. And I see Jessica in the chat. Hello, Jessica. How are you? Ion. Thank you so much, Ion. Have a great day to you. And here next name Dimas. Hello, Dimas. How are you? Welcome to the live, Dimas. Next name is Sam in the chat. Hello, Sam. How are you, Sam? And here is Bella in the chat. Hello, how are you? And next name is Arna in the chat. Hello, Arna. How are you, Arna? And I see Faria joined the live. Hello, Faria. How are you? Welcome to the live. Thank you so much. Next name is Asel in the chat. Hello, how are you, Asel? And next name I see Juliet. Thank you. And welcome back to the live. And next name I see here is Faria in the chat. Hello, Faria. How are you? Okay, everyone, I'm taking last 5 names, then I will end the live. I'm taking last 5 names, then I will end the live. Thank you so much, everyone. And here is Spicy in the chat. Thank you so much for joining the live. Thank you, Taha. How are you, Taha? Okay, we will meet at 5 p.m. GMT. Thank you so much. Okay, next name. Thank you, everyone. I'm taking last 5 minutes, then I will end the live. Benjamin, thank you so much, Benjamin. Here I'm starting now. 5, 4, 3, 2, and the last name is Lorena. How are you, Lorena? Okay, everyone, thanks for watching. See you in the next live at 5 p.m. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. Thanks. Bye, everyone. Bye. Thank you. Thank you.